Is there a coup happening in Russia? How's it going, guys? Welcome to Unwoke Thoughts. Tonight, we're going to be talking about this powerful mercenary that has challenged the Russian forces. What is going on? It's all over the news. It's all over social media. So let me explain it to you. Early this morning, Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of a powerful private mercenary group in Russia called the Wagner Group, sent his forces on the move against the Russian military establishment, raising tensions in the country to a level not seen in decades. So who exactly is this Yevgeny Prigozhin guy? Well, Prigozhin is the head of a powerful private mercenary group who was brought in by President Vladimir Putin to help with his invasion of Ukraine. And this guy ended up turning his guns and his tanks and his men and his military equipment right back at Vladimir Putin. So what happened? What went wrong? Why is Prigozhin turning his guns on his own country? Well, last year, President Putin turned to Prigozhin for help after what was supposed to be a walk-in-the-park invasion of Ukraine actually turned into a long, drawn-out, bogged-down process for the Russian army. Now, Prigozhin, who was actually a longtime political ally of President Putin's, was more than willing to help. He was the head of this large private mercenary group called the Wagner Group, and they were notoriously brutal yet very effective. And the Wagner Group actually won several battles in Ukraine, so Prigozhin has helped out President Putin quite a bit when it comes to the war, but that's not really the issue. You see, the issue is Prigozhin is the head of this very large, brutal, yet very effective private mercenary group who has seen a lot of success in Ukraine compared to their normal Russian forces. However, unlike them, he is only limited to fighting one front at a time, and he was not satisfied with this, so he lashed out against the Russian military leaders and accused them of incompetence and undermining his fighters. Now, these accusations quickly escalated into the Wagner Group seizing key military facilities in the southwestern town of Rostov-on-Don and threatening to enter Moscow. And then later on in the day, Mr. Prigozhin appeared to back down and announced that he was turning around our columns and returning to field camps according to plan. Now, this is actually footage of the Wagner Group pulling out their tanks, their military vehicles, and their men from Rostov-on-Don and reportedly heading back to base. Now, let me read for you the official statement from Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner Group and the leader of this so-called coup. Prigozhin says, "They were going to dismantle PMC Wagner. We came out on June the 23rd to the March of Justice. In a day, we walked nearly 200 kilometers away from Moscow. In this time, we did not spill a single drop of blood of our own fighters. Now, the moment has come when blood may spill. That's why, understanding the responsibility for spilling Russian blood on one of the sides, we are turning back our convoys and going back to field camps according to the plan." Now, the president of Belarus, Lukashenko, has been in talks with Prigozhin all day and has taken credit for this peace agreement, and Prigozhin has accepted the terms of Lukashenko's agreement and has agreed to halt the movement of his forces and return back to his bases, but this agreement also carries guarantees for the fighters of the Wagner Group and Prigozhin himself. But at the moment, it seems that this attempted coup has come to an end, and Prigozhin, along with his men, will return to their bases, and reports of Wagner forces not only leaving Moscow, but also leaving Rostov-on-Don are rolling in. Now, the Russian media reports that the criminal cases have already been dropped from Prigozhin, and that Prigozhin and his forces will receive full immunity. But that's what happened in a nutshell. What do you guys think? It's kind of crazy, right? You have this leader of this large private Russian militia who has won several battles in Ukraine get angry because he doesn't believe he is seeing the recognition that he deserves. So he takes his military equipment, his men, his tanks, and he turns them around and he points them at President Putin, at the Russian military, and then all of a sudden, poof, they come to an agreement. He turns around. He goes back to base. All of this goes away. There are no charges for Prigozhin and no charges for the Wagner group. What do you guys think about this? If you could please leave a comment down below. Do you think this is actually what was going on? Do you think there is more to this story? Let me know your theories down below. And if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you guys on the next one.